worldwide. Let's go. Listen. So now it's time to turn it up. Surf the radio waves as we begin to burn it up. We all up in your area like landscape. Definitely bringing you the pancakes. It's a mandate that you tune in. It's time to move out so we can move in and recognize that this is no illusion. I'm here to clear the air so that there is no confusion. It all started off in the book of Genesis when Jacob was wrestling with who he thought was his nemesis. And when the man saw he couldn't overpower him, he touched his hip but he really couldn't devour him. And from that point then we hear a name change, rearrange the game, so now we gotta change lanes. So I'm here to let you know it's time to listen to the Pancake and Power Slam show. Let's go! Turn it up, it's the Pancake and Power Slam. Turn it up, it's the Pancake and Power Slam. Turn it up, it's the Pancake and Power Slam show. Turn it up, it's the Pancake and Power Slam. Turn it up, it's the Pancake and Power Slam. Turn it up, it's the Pancake and Power Slam show. Turn it up.
What's going on, everybody? This is Dr. Chris Featherstone. Indeed, episode 484 of the Pancakes and Power Slam show. Pancakes and Power Slam shows you see right there. We are live and living Culligan, funky like a monkey, if you will, baby. Yeah, that's what we do, baby. Funky like a monkey. Yeah, baby. Yeah. Man, listen, it's great to have you all. I was actually thinking about doing a little bit of something. A fun little kind of, let's see if it works. So we'll see if this works out for what I'm trying to do with it. So we shall see. We shall see. We shall see if this is going to align with what I want it, how I want it to align. So, we'll see. We'll see. Not yet. PNP Nation, how's it going? How's life? How are you doing? How's life? And love and peace and soul. I've got an interesting idea that I want to put together for a nice little kind of backdrop there. But PNP Nation, let's check in. No, first time actually, Ricky. The first time I have interviewed Killian Dane. Very first time. Always good. You know how I feel about first timers. I love interviewing first timers. Love the first timers. I love it and they love me. Let's see. I got a really cool idea that I'm kind of splashing real quick. And I think that I can do it. I think that I can make it happen. But I'm trying to hurry up and do it real quick. I think I got it though. I think I got what I want out of what I'm asking for. So, okay. I think I got what I want. Okay. Awesome. Trying to hurry up and do something really, really cool. Really, really quickly. Let's see what we got. No, I did not watch the Great American Bash yet. I usually don't watch NXT live. I usually don't do that. I usually don't. I mean, I don't actually. That's not about it. Usually don't. I don't. I just typically don't have the time to, and can't. I know I don't fit in my schedule. So I typically watch it. I typically watch it around the weekend sometimes, typically the weekend, and probably typically around like usually comes on Tuesdays. I watch it around. No, I usually watch it around Thursdays, Fridays sometimes. And so, yeah, I don't ever watch it. I don't ever catch it live. So you won't catch me looking at that live. Not because it's terrible. It's because I just don't have the time. So I'm almost done with what I'm envisioning here. And I'm almost done. Almost done. Almost done. What else we got? Oh, here we go. You trying to go in deep already? So Jimmy Uso, going right into Jimmy Uso. Should he be released? Should he go to rehab? Yes, he definitely should go to rehab. Should he be released? I mean, here's the thing, y'all. It's only fair to give him the type of treatment that you would give anybody else. I mean, right? I mean, it's only fair, man. It's only fair to give him that type of treatment. So, it's he's in a position right now where, I mean, this is the worst. Talking about just terrible timing, just absolutely terrible timing to do something like what he did. I mean, I just think that it was just very bad timing. So, but this isn't new for him. Unfortunately, that's the unfortunate part, that this is there's been multiple of these. There's been multiple offenses when it comes to this, and so I think the bigger, for me as a psychology doctor, the bigger emphasis to me is that, hey, guess what? I mean, you need to get some help here, my man. I mean, this is like a serious thing. Like, this is multiple offenses, and so I would venture to say that it's much more than just should he be released? I'm inclined to say, hey, does he need help? I mean, does he need help? That's what the real deal is all about. And yes, 100%, without a doubt, yes, he needs help. He needs he needs someone to he needs some intense therapy, I would say. I mean, that would be something that I would tend to advocate for him right now. So yeah, we I think it's much. I think at this point, I think it's much deeper than just should he be released. I mean, if he, of course, I don't want him to lose his job, but at the same time, I mean, for the sake of getting serious help, that job would be there. I mean, look, there's been plenty of people who has been through that route, and Jeff Hardy being one of them, and he's actively with the company. So the job would be there. you just need to get some help. I mean, I'm advocating for you to. That's my biggest advocacy is, that he needs to get some help in this area. So, regardless of whether he's going to be a wrestler or not, that's kind of beside the point of this. In this juncture, that's kind of beside the point. So yeah, we shall see. We shall see. And like I said, I think the greater emphasis is, him. I think the greater emphasis is him getting some help, him getting some serious and really focusing on that. I mean, like I said, that, the job will be there. And so at the end of the day, we're more concerned about him, getting some help. So, yeah. That is that. I'm almost done with my idea. And I think I like it. I think I like it. Kind of. All right, what else we got? Al thinks Edge should dethrone Roman Reigns. I don't think so. I don't think Edge should dethrone Roman Reigns. I don't think Edge at all needs to. I think Edge is in a really good spot, being that person who is more of the very influential person who is using his namesake to help talent at this point. That's where I think Edge is, and that's where I think he should be, and I think he's in a pretty good spot with that. Let me see. I'm almost where I want to go because I'm looking at my how my screen looks, and I'm almost there. I'm almost where I want it to be. All right, I think I got what I want. I'm just this is just a really quick type of deal. Trying to get a background, like a nice deal. So let's see. It's loading. It was just a really quick deal. So let's see if what I'm trying to do works. Let's see. And boom! Very nice. Very, very, very nice. That's what I was looking for. That's exactly what I was looking for. See? Good stuff. All right. Looks pretty good, actually. All right. Let's see. Edge. Thanks, Christopher. Appreciate it, man. Very, very much. Very, very much. It was cool, man. Big Damo is a cool dude. Pretty fun. Very fun guy. I absolutely love when wrestlers are easy conversationalists, because it actually makes my job a lot better and a lot easier as a wrestling journalist. It makes my job a lot easier when wrestling fans are conversationalists, or wrestlers are conversationalists. And so Damo, he did that. He made my job much easier by doing such. And so fun. I've interviewed over 300 wrestlers, and the ones make it really easy for me are the ones that stick out to me the most. So I'm actually back and forth with a person who's one of my favorite people to interview. Um, yeah, I'm actually a former WWE person. I'm tweeting back and forth. Yeah. I can't share too much about this exchange, but it's going to be quite telling. It's going to make a lot of news. 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 Make a lot of niche. That's a niche. Christopher would say Edge just because I grew up an Edge fan. So let Edge win Money in the Bank and then set for his Edge SummerSlam set up one. No. You know, Christopher, man. You the man, Christopher. I appreciate you coming on every single week. But it's a no for me, dog. Absolutely not. I don't think Edge needs to be anywhere near the title scene. He should use his namesake to put people over at this point. Yes, it's very sad. I heard he had dementia, but he's like almost 80 years old now, isn't he? So, I mean, he's been taking bumps for 50 years, and to be quite honest, yeah, he'll be 78 years old. He'll be 70. He just turned 77 last week. So, I mean, 77 years old, and he's one of the most hardcore wrestlers, if not the most notable hardcore wrestler in history and pro wrestling history. He started wrestling in 1965, and his last match, started wrestling in 1965. His last match his last recorded match was September 23rd, 2017. So that was just 4 years ago. So 52 years he was wrestling. So for someone who was wrestling for 52 years, and he was 75 years, 73 years old at the time, 73-year-old Terry Funk, 73 years old was his final match. 73 years old, still wrestling. So taking over 50 years of bumps, guess what? That will definitely cause some neurological damage. The bumps that he takes. So that sad news, but doesn't surprise me whatsoever. Not a single bit. What's up, Brandon? Good to have you back. Dion, what's up, my man? Great to have you back. It's Ricky. Here's the issue with that is that alcohol is an addiction that sometimes people can hide under a celebrity status and not address something that needs to be significantly and severely addressed. It needs to be addressed. This has happened way too many times. He needs help. He needs rehabilitation, and he needs psychotherapy. He needs Dr. Chris Featherstone to be his psychotherapist and to help him, shake that demon off, man. He needs to get away from alcohol, and it can get him in some really bad places. And here's the problem with this. The problem is this. It gets really bad when it gets even worse when it gets to the point that eventually, Lord forbid, but eventually, if this happens, like, other people can be like significantly and even fatally affected by this. I mean, thank God that it's just him, but someone who's, immersed in alcohol so much, man, I mean, this thing, I mean, it could get really bad. Yeah, it could get to the point of killing someone. And so, I mean, he needs help. Needs help. Curtis continues to promote the show every time he hops on. Curtis, you are the man. You are the man. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't to the Pancakes and Power Sam show. Curtis continues to heavily support and promote the show. That's the type of people I like. That's some people I like to hang around. Curtis, you are the man. Big E, I'm cool with that for sure. I think Big E's going to win the Money in the Bank, and I think that Big E should win the Money in the Bank match. Actually, I absolutely think that he should, 100%. Chad's asking, off the subject, what was your opinion on guys released to WWE who are in much better shape at other places like Miro Rusev being used correctly, becoming much bigger stars? WWE is a big giant juggernaut, as Vince McMahon would say. It is an empire. And some people are beyond the wheel. Some people are just cogs in the wheel. That's just how businesses work, unfortunately. If I had it my way, everybody would be happy. I would have all types of game rooms and big TVs, and they have catered food. But nicely catered food and some nice chill hop playing in the background, nice relaxed atmosphere before people go out. I would make it like really conducive to calmness, to having a bunch of calmness, and I would be a huge fan of that. Now, if I had it my way, that's what I would do. But you have so many parts of this WWE empire that it gets very, very difficult to please everybody. And so AEW is really no different. I mean, you have so many people who are in AEW now, like a Matt Sydal, like a Brian Pillman Jr., although he did get an opportunity to go against Rusev or Miro. I mean, but you have so many other people who, Leva Bates, although I think she should be heavier in the woman scene. She's not really doing anything in AEW. You have people who came over. I would even, for me, I'm a huge Christian fan. I've always liked Christian better than Edge. Anybody can tell you that. I've always liked Christian better than Edge, but I don't see Christian as a big lateral. I mean, like as a big star. They haven't really made him to a star. When he first came out, he came out in the main event spot, and then he started wrestling, undercard matches. I'm like, what? I mean, he doesn't even this is kind of counterproductive. Like he looks like a mid-carder, and I don't think he should. I think he should main event. I would love a Christian versus Kenny Omega main event match. I actually wouldn't mind Christian winning the title, but he's being booked as a mid-carder, and I'm not a big fan of that. Good point, Dez. I don't think the guy who's going to dethrone Roman is even on the main roster. Right now, how they're booking Roman compared to everybody else, correct. I think they could do it with Big E if he wins the Money in the Bank, which that would be my pick. I think the Big E should win the Money in the Bank. Dominic, no way. Definitely not. I like Dominic, but no. Give us a hint. You tweeting? No. Still when your story writer's mode. Okay, good stuff. I'm glad that's I'm glad that you came back to reality here. It was wishfully thinking. Let's see. Lots of Ask Dr. Chris questions. Yes, it's August 30th and September the 3rd. So it is the Raw. It's so 2 Raws. So the second Raw after SummerSlam, not the Raw immediately after, as far as I remember. So August 30th, and I think SummerSlam's on the week before on the Saturday. So not the following Monday, but the Monday Raw. Two Raws after SummerSlam and 2 SmackDowns after SummerSlam is when the draft is going to be. So, so that's the fresh start. Thoughts on Selena Vega? Bringing her back as a competitor and putting her in the Money in the Bank match. What in the world is the rhyme and reason of just putting people in Money in the Bank matches? That just really takes away the excitement and the status of the Money in the Bank match. Oh, okay. So by the way, Zelina Vega didn't really have a spectacular win-loss record. Everybody else really has to go through the ringer. But Zelina Vega, though, she's good to go. She can go right in. She just come back in. She just got fired, come right back in. Now, I think that she should have went to AEW and been Andrade El Idolo's valet. I think that would have been perfect, made perfect sense. I think that would have been a better spot than what we see now already. Like, she came in already not feeling important. I mean, she has, I'm all for it. Thea Trinidad has been on my show before. She's an incredibly nice person. She's like super cool, super nice. We've exchanged messages back and forth before. And like I said, she's been on my show, just super nice person. And, she didn't feel important. She didn't feel important from being fired to coming back and making a return. She just felt like she never left and she was in the mid card. Like she felt like she was on main event for months and then just came back on the main roster real quick. She didn't feel special. They didn't book her to feel special when she came back, which I think that's a problem with WWE. Good question. Out of your 300 interviews, who was the toughest interview? I'm trying to think of people. For the most part, there was one. He's former United States champion and a former Intercontinental champion and a former tag team champion. That's what I'll give you. He was pretty difficult to interview. He was not because he was just rude, but he was just dry. I don't get excited about. I'm a conversationalist when it comes to interviewing. A lot of people like my interview style because I am not. I learn. This is how I learn. Period. I grab pieces from people and just kind of make my own stew. And I learn what to do, what not to do, and there's certain people who have interviews, and I always think I've talked to a lot of notable people in pro wrestling, some head writers, and I've talked to some really notable people of what to do and what not to do when it comes to podcasting. And I heard on a very popular podcast one time about how this person likes to be a conversationalist, which I like to as well. And he was talking about how when he does a lot of interviews, he can feel that a person's looking or reading a script or reading some type of cue card when they're interviewing him. And so I was like, this was years ago when I heard this. And I was like, you know what? Because I would always write questions down, and I wouldn't necessarily like stop and read. I would just kind of have like an idea of what I wanted to do. And I stopped doing that. Like I just really make it. And I've actually consulted people people have came to me, some journalists come to me for some consultation. And I've actually helped them with that too, because wrestlers like conversationalists. They like to be interviewed in conversation form, because they keep, and you have to do something that stands out. You have to do something to stand out. And I have something that I do to stand out that Damo, he noticed it this week. Escobar noticed it. Aiden English noticed it. And, and so I do it on purpose, because I want to stand out. And Eric Bischoff actually put me over. He actually said something like, maybe I can play it. He put me over quite a bit. Let me see. I did a post on it. Here we go. Here we go. I'm about to play it. So this is the type of things that I am looking to hear from wrestling talent. This is exactly what I'm looking to hear. So I'm not going to tell you who the name is, but those are the hints. He was very dry, and he's held multiple titles in WWE. But as an interviewer, this is the things that I'm trying to hear. All right. This is from one of the many interviews that I've had with Eric Bischoff. This is what he said as he was coming on my show. Eric Bischoff, how are you tonight, sir?
Good, Chris. Good to be with you. And I just realized that, every show, every host, every form of entertainment has its own personality, right? And I just realized what makes your show so unique.
Ooh, okay.
Special. What makes it stand out from all of the other shows I've done is you've got this smooth jazz kind of vibe to your show.
Okay.
Even the music, as I'm sitting in the waiting room ready to get going, it's like, this is just like smooth, comfortable, and it just feels good. So hats off to you.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. That's a lot coming from you, since you were a media mogul. So that's.
I actually feel more sophisticated as an individual after having spoken to you on your show. How classy your show is.
Yeah, man, that's the type of stuff that you want to hear by being a journalist, man. That means a lot coming from Eric Bischoff, and so yeah, he's been in hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of interviews, and to hear that coming from him means a lot, and that's what you should strive for as a journalist. You gotta stick out. Got to stick out. Let's see. Not trying to get too deep, but I got into drinking a little too much. But I've turned the corner. My life is so much better. To tell you, all serious. Listening to you on Legion of Raw and your interviews and Pancakes Box help a lot. And I love our group sessions Tuesday night. Man, listen, Christopher. For those, I'm very bold about my faith in Jesus, and I also share a life that's before devoting myself to Christ was just a wreck, an absolute wreck. And so I really spend my time just being a light, just being a bundle of joy, and just really helping people just really get through as much as I possibly can, just loving on people and helping people and challenging them as well, but loving on them as well, and really showing them that there's a better way. There's a better way. And I'm really I really enjoy hanging out with y'all and people like you, Chris, supporting the show every single week, man, and just having a great time with me. People like you make my job so much easier because I'm having fun. We're having fun together. And yeah, man, I really, really appreciate all your support, Chris. You are a weekly supporter. You support this show and the Raising It Raw and everything else I do in the world of podcasting and journalism. I appreciate you coming through, man. And you have become a staple. You have become a staple on Tuesday nights and Monday nights, and just anything, all things related to Dr. Chris Featherstone when it comes to the world of pro wrestling. You've become a staple, man. And I thank people like you for really supporting me in this way. And I appreciate you, man, very, very much. I appreciate that I can just spend, just a little bit of time a week really being a light to your week, man. That makes me smile, and that really does a whole lot for me, more than you know, Chris. And thank you very much, my man. Thoughts on New Day being the greatest tag team ever? Yeah, so I saw that WWE voted them to be the greatest tag team ever. I was thinking about that, and I said, statistically, or as far as merit and accomplishments are concerned, yeah, they are. I think the Bushwhackers was like 50. And I'm like, why are they 50 and in the Hall of Fame? I think they should be in the Hall of Fame. But there's a lot of teams that are above them that I would say no. I think WWE's probably putting them 50 because they never won the WWE Tag Team Championship. But it's like, you put them in the Hall of Fame, but they're the 50 greatest tag team of all time. So that means that 49 other tag teams should be in the Hall of Fame before them. Doesn't make sense. Fourth woman in the Money Bank from SmackDown. Who in the world is around on SmackDown nowadays? I can see Eva Marie going in there on Raw from Raw somehow doing it. I can see that. Somehow she maneuvering and manipulating her way into that. That would be funny, actually. But if it had to be for SmackDown, probably Liv Morgan. She's been beating people from Money in the Bank. So, when did I have her on my show? Find out. Let me Google it. December the 14th. December the. Let me see. December 13th, 2016. That's when I had her on there. December 13th, 2016. So about 4.5 years ago. That's what I thought about Carmella getting the looks, losing to Liv Morgan twice. Yeah. Doesn't make any sense. Have I interviewed Steiner? I have not. Got close, but did I actually? Wait, was that part of a media scrum for him, for Steiner? I think I might have been. Actually, I think I might have been on a conference call with Steiner. Valentine would be a great interview. Yeah, I would love to interview Greg Valentine. I want to collect on my WWE Hall of Famers, so Valentine would be someone I would love to interview. Demolition and Heart Foundation. Classics, yes. Classics, yes, for sure. I agree. I would put, from a classic standpoint, I would put Demolition and Heart Foundation over New Day. But from a standpoint of statistics, overall accomplishments, New Day's the best. I mean, they've had the longest tag team title reign and the most tag team title run. So, I mean, can't argue that. Valiant Brothers at number 12. Yeah, that was actually surprising. Yeah, I've interviewed Del Wilkes a few times, and yeah, it was very sad to find that out. Very shocking. He wasn't even 60 yet. From what I read, he died from a massive heart attack. So very, very, very sad to see that. Very sad to find that out. Very, very sad. They won more overall tag titles, not tag titles, and not WWE tag titles. Let me see the Dudley. How many titles they won in Double E? They won. So 10 times if you count the WCW Tag Team Championship. So 9 times as far as WWE Tag Team Championships. 9 times. 10 times if you count the WCW. The New Day won at 11, I believe. So the New Day has won more titles than the Dudleys. The New Day has won it 11 times. Yep. So they actually have more title reigns in the WWE than the Dudleys do. Anybody from NXT getting drafted? I can see Bronson Reed, although I don't want to see him go. I want him to dethrone Karrion Kross. I want Bronson Reed versus Karrion Kross at WrestleMania next year. Or it can be at WrestleMania. I'll be fine with that. Or it can be like the NXT program before Mania happens. I'll be totally fine with either one of those options. But if it was up to me, if I had the books, I would make Bronson Reed the new face. I would push him to the moon. I think that he has a really good look to him. Very agile, big man, and he has really awesome theme music. I love when people's theme music helps their character. That's old school wrestling, and that's what it should be. Bronson Reed's music helps his character, and I would push Bronson Reed to the moon. I think he has everything it takes. Last time I interviewed the Page, I actually interviewed him on Unscripted. Let's see. Unscripted. November 25th. November 24th, 2020 was when I interviewed Del Wilkes. And as far as on PNP, December 11th, 2018 was when I interviewed him then. Yep. So 2018 and 2020. December of 18 and December of 20. So around the same time, actually, to the day. Let's see. My top 5 tag teams. Yours are Legion of Doom, Freebirds, Heart Foundation, British Bulldogs, Brothers of Destruction. I already, man, I had this top list and I forgot I forgot what they are. Number one was, I think it was Harlem Heat. No. Legion of Doom is my all-time favorite tag team. LOD for sure. LOD, Steiners, Harlem Heat. I think Bulldogs and no, Rock and Roll Express and Bulldogs. LOD, Steiners. I'll go Rock and Roll third. Harlem Heat, Bulldogs. Yeah, those are my favorite. Those are my top five. LOD, Steiners, Rock and Roll Express, Harlem Heat, Bulldogs. Yeah. Reed and Cross. Yeah, I can see Reed. Yeah, I heard Cross is doing some dark matches. So the Canadian that I interviewed that was in a tag team. When? I don't remember that. I don't remember that. I've interviewed a lot of Canadians, but I don't remember. Yeah, Canadian was in a tag team. All right, y'all. I think that's I think I'm gonna go ahead and Bulldogs versus Valentine, Beefcake and Mania 2 is all-time classics, by the way. Nice. Yeah, I loved Bulldogs. That was a mark-out moment for me when the Bulldogs won the tag team championships. So I was a big fan of that. I was a huge fan of it. I was a huge fan. Yeah, cool. Sounds good. Well, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take off for tonight and get some rest. And for those who didn't catch the Big Damo interview or on Unscripted, it was really fun. It was great talking to him. So go check out Sports Keto Wrestling YouTube page. Go check out my interview with Big Damo, aka formerly known as Killian Dane. It was lots of fun. It was he was great to talk to. Very easy flow to talk to. And next week, we're trying to get some things finalized. I might get a tell-all coming on here soon. So, Jacques Rougeau. Okay, yeah, Jacques Rougeau. I might get a tell-all. So we'll see. Chris, my man, great show tonight. Thanks for the kind words and God bless you. Thank you so much, man. God bless you all, actually. Yes, Jacques Rougeau. Dion, have a good night as well. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been real. It's been fun as always. For 484 episodes in the books, I'm Dr. Chris Featherstone. Until next week, enjoy your week of wrestling. God bless. And always remember, I do it for you. Have a good night, everybody.